for something fabulous today on Weekend at the Cottage. Welcome to Weekend at the Cottage. I'm Nick Milojevic. Today, a very special treat. I'm going to show you how to make strawberry hand pies. This is something you can serve the middle of the afternoon for a snack. You could serve it for lunch or dinner as a dessert. You could even enjoy them at breakfast. I know because I have had one or two during the breakfast meal period. Strawberry hand pies are such a wonderful endeavor, but I want to encourage you to try this recipe with friends and family. Also involve children in the preparation. It's a ton of fun and the results are remarkable. 3 components. Number 1, we're going to make a pastry dough. Number 2, we're going to do a really lovely filling. And then number 3, we're going to assemble and finish them off with a little flourish. To begin, we're going to prepare the dough for the hand pies. Large bowl, 2 cups of unbleached all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of granulated sugar, half a teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt. Take 1 lemon, zest it. It's going to be about 1 tablespoon of lemon zest. That goes into this mix. Now we're going to add some butter to the dough. 2 sticks of butter I cut into 1-inch pieces. Toss them into the flour and then hands are washed into the bowl, and we're going to rub the butter with the flour until you're left with about pea-sized shapes. Now we're going to give the dough a lovely rich flavor by adding half a cup of sour cream. Add the sour cream into the dough mixture and then stir it together with a spatula. But because these are hand pies, our hands go into the bowl. All of the dough comes off your hands and you're left with a dough. Very important next step, a little bit of flour on our work surface. We're going to place the dough out, roll it into a rectangle, then fold over one side, fold the other, turn your dough 90 degrees, roll it out again to a large rectangle. Fold over right side, left side, turn it 90 degrees, roll it out again, and then one final fold right, fold left, roll it out. Perfect. This will ensure that our dough has a lot of nice height. It'll be perfectly flaky. We wrap our dough with plastic wrap into the fridge for 1 hour to chill. While your dough is chilling, why not head to weekendatthecottage.com, subscribe to our website. Also, look for us on our dedicated YouTube channel and subscribe to our YouTube channel, remembering click the bell for notifications, drop us comments, and give us a thumbs up. Finally, while that dough is still chilling, why not head to one or more of your favorite social media platforms? Look for us there too, on Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Once your dough is chilled, we're ready to continue by making our filling. Principal ingredient is strawberries. If you can find them fresh, locally grown, organic, all the better. You're going to need 2 cups for this recipe. We take off the caps, cut them in half, then quarters, and they need to be quite finely diced because they're going to be placed into these little tiny dough pockets and then folded over or covered. So we prepare the strawberries, add them into a bowl. Now you need 1/3 cup of granulated sugar, a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, and then 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. Now a final stir of our strawberry mixture together. This is the perfect filling for this, but if you want to experiment a little bit, you can swap out the 2 cups of strawberries for 2 cups of wild blueberries. Wild blueberry hand pies are equally as good. One more thing we need to do before we assemble is prepare an egg wash. 1 egg into a bowl, but I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of milk instead of the traditional water. This is going to give the top of the hand pies a lovely glossy finish. Let's continue now and fill our hand pies. Our dough comes out of the fridge, floured surface. We're going to roll it out into a rectangle, and now you're going to have a couple of options of how you want to make them. You can take a simple 2.5-inch ring. This would give your rather small hand pies. You could also do a fluted edge, but sometimes you kind of lose that fluted edge when you go to press down the edges. You can also take a larger bowl, place the bowl onto your work surface, cut with a knife, and you have a larger disc of dough to fill. Prepare your dough, go with your cutters and cut out the shapes, place the dough to the side, remove the scraps. You'll be making probably about 12 hand pies in the small form. You can make 8 in the larger form. I like to place out the little tiny rounds of dough onto the work surface. We're taking our prepared strawberries, and when you take them out of the bowl, just drain off any excess liquid. Place a bit into the center of each disc of dough. Now take your egg wash, we're gonna go around that circle, and then one more disc of dough goes on top. It looks like a miniature little pie, which I think is it's truly fantastic. You place the dough on top. Now we take a fork and you go and just indent slowly. This will put the two pieces of dough together. It's going to kind of adhere them with that egg wash all the way around, really beautiful. Take a very sharp little paring knife, do a little design, 6 little slits right in the center of these hand pies. We're transferring them onto a parchment-lined baking sheet. A second option for you, that larger disc of dough, kind of similar, but we'll be folding these in half and making a crescent shape. We're putting our kind of strained strawberry mixture onto one side of our dough. And then I thought I'd add a really wonderful flavor enhancement. How about some crumbled goat's cheese on top of that? Fantastic. Same thing with the egg wash, but this time we're just gonna go on the one side of the crescent before we fold it over, form that beautiful crescent shape, again with the fork to crimp the edges, and then your paring knife for 1, 2, 3 decorative little slits releases some of the steam when they go into the oven. These go onto a second baking sheet. Last step, take that egg wash one more time. We're gonna brush the top of our hand pies. And then for these small hand pies, I'm doing a little sprinkle of granulated sugar. Same treatment for our larger hand pies. Egg wash on the top. I'm sprinkling these with cane sugar. It would be great if you could preheat your oven to 425 degrees. We're gonna place in our hand pies and bake them for exactly 18 minutes. Watch them closely. You want them to be nice and golden on top. They will weep a little bit. That gorgeous strawberry mixture may come out a little bit, but it's part of the charm of these. When they come out of the oven, they're beautiful golden brown. Bring them out, let them cool for about 5 minutes before you serve. Right before you serve, a little bit of icing sugar. We're gonna dust that top and look at how beautiful, charming, gorgeous these strawberry hand pies are. Of course, you want me to tell you from experience how good they are. Here's one little one right here, calling my name. Nick, Nick, please try me. I will. Beautiful. Flaky dough. I'm loving the flavor of the strawberry. Strawberry hand pies. I gotta hand it to myself. This is one recipe you have to make. After that, you know what we'd like most of all in the world? To have you come back and join us again. Thanks so much for hanging out. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.